And we are here. Let me quickly adjust the camera for you guys to make sure that everything is working. But I think we are officially having fun, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, everyone, for showing up, for being here. It is such an honor. I am so grateful to have you guys here. If you have just basically jumped in to be part of the official NerdKnight back on deck, NerdKnight episode 65, thank you very much for being here. It is your boy Semi-Chucks, founder of Hck4G and the Link Group, which includes CyLynk and a bunch of other businesses. You are here with me, which means you do not miss out on an opportunity to learn on a Saturday night. Guys, I am so pumped and I'm super excited to share with you guys what has been happening. And of a lot of you guys, if you obviously were part of what transpired last weekend, I think exactly a week from today, last weekend, Saturday, it was absolutely epic. It was amazing. And we had the best fun ever. And obviously, my team and I, we were absolutely exhausted. So it's taken us a lot of time, a few days to sort of begin to recover. I'm still recovering myself. So I'm super excited to have you guys. Thank you very much, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if this is your first time watching the live stream of NerdKnight, then welcome to the family. Well, this is not a mafia or anything, but yes, indeed, welcome to the family. I am so excited that you're here with me. You're listening. You are part of this movement. And just to make sure that we have the tech working and everything all good to go, I'm just going to double check that real quick of NerdKnight. Then yes, we are working. Yes, we are live. Hello, hello, Mr. Obandre. Obandre 2005. It has been epic. It has been amazing. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, for listening in. I am so sorry, guys. I know I did say come rain, come shine, but unfortunately last week was Hck4G conference, and unfortunately there was no way I was going to live stream. I did not get home until I think it was around 11:30 p.m. So I am so sorry, guys, for skipping one day for a lot of you guys who are obviously keeping this streak. So I know I have failed you, but this is just the beginning. We are going to be here. We're going to continue to be here. We are going absolutely nowhere. So thank you very much and welcome to NerdKnight episode 64. It's great to have you, my friend. And you guys know how we roll. This is literally how this show happens. So you know no one is an island here. You are certainly not a captive audience. So do not in any way, form, or shape forget to participate in the actual event and in the show. So if you have anything to contribute, do not forget to contribute that in the comment section. I'll be listening. I'll be watching. I'll be paying attention. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. And let's present this so that the show can officially begin. All right, cool. So a bit of a gist for all of you guys who have obviously been listening. And if you, for some reason, I literally have no idea what excuse you have for missing Hck4G CON. I cannot explain it. But if for some reason you missed it, maybe perhaps you're not in Australia, you're not in Melbourne, Australia, you're perhaps, I don't know, working a shift rotation and you could not attend, I want to tell you this, you absolutely missed out. And I kind of, there's this saying, there's this thing in my heart where I'm like, I want to make you not feel bad about yourself for missing it. But the reality is I cannot hide the fact that it was an epic event and you absolutely missed out. Just go on LinkedIn so you can see the amount of raving and praise and admiration and awesomeness that has been Hck4G CON. So thank you so much, everyone who came, who supported, who donated, who gave, and who ultimately were the reason why we held that first ever conference. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Without any further ado, you guys know what it is, what we're doing tonight. It is going to be Learn With Me with Semi-Chucks. And we are also going to be looking at basically what happened behind the scene with Hck4G CON, the aftermath of that. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that. And we have an awesome update about CyLynk.com that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. And last but not the least, obviously, I'm going to be trying to drop some dad jokes along the way, some quick shout outs to a lot of you awesome people out there. And then lastly, we are going to be looking at OSINT, open source intelligence today. So I'm keen. I'm excited. I suck at OSINT, so you guys will get to see me fail. I'm just trying to refresh myself. It's been a while. So yes, without any further ado, let's dig in. All right, and let the fight begin. Where's my soundboard? Seriously, someone show me my soundboard. Yes. Let's get that. Let's get that going. Let's get it going. Although I'm not sure this soundboard. This is one of the ones that it doesn't quite know how to shut up when I get it to start working. So, let me see. Bruh. I think that played. I'm not sure. Did he play or did he not play? Guys, let me know if you heard that. It was supposed to say "bri." I didn't hear anything. So because I want to make sure that you guys enjoy the show with me today, I want to get a soundboard and make sure everything is sounding smooth and beautiful, right? Smooth and beautiful. What do we have here? What do we have here? Let's see. Let's see.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
I think that one worked. This one was supposed to have a button for me to sort of stop it when it starts to play. Guys, give me a second. I'm just quickly battling with this because I want to make sure that I do not press. Oh, yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. That did play. I'm looking for a specific one that allows you to be able to pause it. Because some of the sounds kind of go forever, and I want to be able to control it. So let's see if we can get something to work. Oh, yeah, that works. All right, that's the one. Okay, cool. So, guys, I do have my soundboard. And just to make sure everything is working again, I'm just going to play a fart sound. I don't know. Is it supposed to be is fart sound supposed to not be a thing that we do here at NerdKnight? I don't know. Like that sounds like it's too serious. You guys know that I do not do too serious. We are here to have fun. So there you have it. That was a resounding fart sound. So if you heard that, then you are alive and you are well. Hopefully you're having a nice giggle where you are right now. Let's get started, guys. So what's been happening? We had the first ever Hck4G CON and CTF, which was amazing. We had over 150 different teams register, and it did not, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, it did not go without its problems. Like, we had to plan and execute a conference on CTF in under 2 months. Like, it was insane. Like, there were a few things that we were kind of talking about all through from July or something like that. I think it was from August. We kind of started getting serious a little bit about it, but we didn't really get serious till around September, which was when our website, the Hck4G website, launched. By the way, if you guys have not had a look at it, go to hck4g.org so you can take a look at Hck4G. So if you're wondering what is Hck4G and what is CyLynk, what is Semi talking about, what is the Link Group? Well, we are a group of different businesses that is designed to empower individuals and organizations and give them the critical job-ready and defensive capability, attack-informed defensive capability that organizations require to defend themselves from the threat landscape. So we have this unique sort of business structure where the first thing we have to go is a non-for-profit organization that is called Hck4G. And Hck4G is fighting to disrupt cybercrime in underserved communities and untapped regions. And then we have, obviously globally, but again, we have some really key hotspots that we're working with. So obviously here in Australia, we have Africa. We also have Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Haiti, like a few places where we want to have a few bays in. But like everyone knows, something huge needs to start so small. Eventually, you build that up. So right now, we're starting small. We're working with 2 specific countries where a lot of the cybercrime amongst young people in those untapped regions happen. which is Nigeria and Ghana. And then obviously we're working locally here in Melbourne and Australia as well. So that's essentially what our organization is structured with. So the non-for-profit starts talking about cybercrime, its impact, raising awareness about it, and helping young people, teenagers, youth, people from the ages of 12 to 25 years old, helping them understand the impact of cybercrime, not just on themselves, but also to the victims as well. And then showing them legitimate alternative pathways to get themselves out of the entanglement of crime and also get themselves out of poverty, which is often the number one driver of cybercrime in some of these regions. So we are expanding, and from Hck4Good, we obviously get CyLynk, CyLynk.com, which is CyLynk. CyLynk.com provides the job-ready cybersecurity technical hands-on training. And from there, we obviously get a consulting company, which is BridgeLink, and then there's a few other companies as well that are on the way. So our whole organization is structured to empower the individual and the organization. So that's essentially who we are, what we do. I know this is early days. A lot of this doesn't quite make sense to you. But guys, I'm super excited to tell you guys that we have officially
launched the CyLynk.com
monthly subscription. Guys, now you can actually go to CyLynk.com and you can see our monthly subscription page. So guys, this is a huge milestone for us. So just to show you guys what this looks like. Now, not only can you learn using our job ready tracks, which is like the all-you-can-eat type program that aligns you with a coach that works with you one-on-one until you land your dream job or get promoted or achieve your career goals. We now have our learning tracks. So our learning tracks are designed a little bit differently. They are designed to be bite-sized, technical hands-on training that allows you to be able to get hands-on job-ready skills in a very short amount of time, designed by cybersecurity experts in mind, active cybersecurity experts, and we've made this to be very affordable, and we've designed it to be affordable to especially those who are in underserved communities and untapped regions globally. So guys, now you can learn by modules and you can learn by path, and our live training is also coming soon as well. So guys, this is awesome. This is amazing. So check this out, guys. This is our learning platform. This is new, off the press, and it's shiny and minty. Guys, check this out. Let me show you this, right? So Windows command line, essential interface, navigation, and file management. And you open that, bang, look at how awesome that looks. Nice and smooshy. And then from there, you sort of see what is actually contained in the course that you're looking at. So you can also see some of the key things that are contained in it. And guys, we've also officially GA'd, made our AI tutor available as well. So now, not only can you learn on your own, you can also get access to our advanced model that is designed to actually genuinely help you learn. So our AI tutor is not designed to give you an answer, just like ChatGPT would. It's designed to help you think critically and to walk you through the problem and solution step by step, thereby helping you actually gain practical hands-on skills. So guys, from here, you can actually start this module, or guys, here is it, the long-awaited feature. You can now also actually sign up to our monthly subscription right here, right now. So check this out, guys. This allows you to be able to sign up to our monthly subscription. So there are 4 key tiers here. We have freemium, which is always going to be free. Guys, you know we are an organization of impact, so we'd like to make things free for you. So you can see this here. It is free forever. We would have a lot more courses and a lot more labs that are available to you to be able to learn for free. And then from there, you go into the starter subscription. So the starter is $14.99, but you get 20% off when you buy the annual subscription. Guys, only $11.79 per month. And this is Australian, this is not US, right? So you guys know those dodgy organizations and dodgy platforms that give you prices in USD. And you're like, bro, I don't live in the US. Like, I'm in Australia. What do you mean? Well, for those in the US, this actually means that you're paying less than $8 for this course, this platform. So you get access to all of our courses that are within the startup pack, which pretty much is everything. And then if you're someone who's obviously keen to sort of level up beyond the hands-on technical training that we have within the startup plan, you can actually move up to our pro subscription, which gets you obviously to a little bit more of a dedicated server. So nothing really special in there. It just gets you access to something that is, a lab environment that is faster, with a little bit more configuration in there for you to play with it, and then a faster VPN service. And then we have obviously our IT or ICS learning modules, so our industrial control systems. And then our AI security modules are also included in the pro subscription, and then the cloud security learning modules as well. So guys, for $42 a month, you can get access to all of this. And you guys know that my team and I are working clock in, clock out, 24/7, like quite literally 24/7, because we have team all over the world who are building these courses. Shout out to What's Next. Shout out to Daniele in Italy. Shout out to all of the incredible people who are working to develop content for us as well. So guys, how amazing is that? Just for $42.50, you get access to all this cool stuff. Like the average course here, without naming names, like one of our competitors sells one of the ICS courses for more than $5,000 USD. Guys, for less than $50 a month, you can get access to the same thing as well. So guys, we are excited to launch this. So if you have not already subscribed, please go and subscribe. And if you do have any questions, obviously reach out to our team on the Discord server as well. So yes, that is it. Well, without wasting too much time, you guys obviously go and check this out. And we've also revamped and updated our learning management system as well. So guys, check how cool this is out, right? See how cool this is, guys. Check this cool stuff out, right? This is so cool. So now let me log in so I can show you guys what this looks like. So you can either log in with your Gmail or your LinkedIn account. And let's change that to the night view. So you can change from daylight or night view here, theme. So if you click on that button, it takes you to the daylight. And then if you click on that moon symbol, it takes you to the night view. So if you click on all courses from here, you will be able to see all of the different courses and modules that we have for you to start learning, guys. So this is not a fluke. This is live. It is active right now. You can actually subscribe. And then when you go into, let's say you go into this one, you can actually see the content that is hands-on, technical, job-ready based training. Guys, how cool does our new learning platform look like? How cool is this, guys? And we've also got things like the gain and edge mindset, which shows you how to stand out when you're studying. Guys, this is so amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys sign up. And if you sign up over the next 2 days or so, please reach out to our team. We can obviously get you a Black Friday deal as well. Anyways, that's my shameless plug. Let's get the sales out of the way so we can actually focus on what we came here today. So Hck4G CON was amazing. Hck4G CTF was amazing. Shout out to all the teams that made that happen. Like there's an incredible team of volunteers whom without them, it would not have happened. So I am genuinely grateful. And I feel like I owe a lot of people a lot of favor. Tara and I are amazingly grateful for everything that everyone has done. So thank you so much for your time. And for those who did attend, we appreciate you coming to hang out with us as well. So yeah, without any further ado, let's actually get into something cool for today. Like, what is that? Let's go. Like, let's get the drum rolling. Drum roll. Let's go. Yeah. Aha. Yes. So what's next? Let's see what is happening in the threat landscape. Guys, you know that a few places where I get my news from is either talkback.sh or I do dark reading. So let's see. I feel like talkback.sh sometimes doesn't quite have the latest information because it relies on RSS feeds to be crawled. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But there are some new vulnerabilities that I kind of want to show you guys. I think one of them is the new vulnerability that is against Grafana. And also, guys, I don't know if you've heard, Fortinet has just released 2 new zero-day vulnerabilities. And I saw this meme online. The meme was pretty much a guy who brought out his Fortinet firewall and put it on the rubbish bin. So poor Fortinet. But look, guys, jokes apart, no organization is immune from having vulnerability being found on their platform. So it definitely has nothing to do with whether Fortinet is safe or not safe. Although it's pretty obvious to say that Fortinet platform or Fortinet firewalls and devices often have more vulnerabilities than other ones that I've heard of. So I'm not making any statement there, but that's just my simple, honest layman observation. All right, nice. China's plush demon hackers infect routers to hijack software update. Right. Okay. Inside Iran's cyber objective, what do they want? Same old security problems. Cyber training still fails miserably. That is interesting. I kind of want to know what that is, but that's probably about end user awareness, I'm guessing. What is that talking about? Security 101. Yeah, so there you go. 20 sessions, technological advances, the same fundamental security challenges continue to plague organizations worldwide. The past October, during Cybersecurity Awareness Month, 3 seasoned cybersecurity journalists from Dark Reading, Tech, Target Search Security, and Cybersecurity Dive came together to examine a frustrating reality. We are still fighting the same battles we were fighting decades ago. No joke, guys. No joke. The fact that we literally just have people vibe coding their way out of nonsense. Like, I think it's Tara that said that AI is basically good nonsense. So what do you expect? Like, vulnerabilities that were thought to be bygone by cybersecurity experts, things like buffer overflow, things like SQL injection, that cybersecurity experts kind of decided, yeah, nah, this vulnerability is kind of too far gone now. Well, surprise, surprise, guys. Due to vibe coding, they're all coming right back. So I'm just going to be, obviously a tale of caution there. Be very careful if you're using AI to write code that needs to go into production. Do not write code that you would not have known how to write yourself if you did not have AI. And that's obviously my recommendation there. Shout out to Randy Pagman. Randy and I had a really good conversation about AI use in the workplace and cybersecurity and how all of that is going to impact the future of cyber. And I think for me, I feel like I'm very bullish about cybersecurity. I think cyber is going to get even better. I think cyber is going to get even more critical. Businesses are going to be done 100% online. Like assets and IP, intellectual property, will be 100% online. There is nothing that is substantial anymore. And when everything is done and operated in the cloud, pretty much in thin air and based on data, what do you expect, guys? Cybersecurity is ever going to be even more important for organizations and people as well. And it is going to start having national level importance. Let's see. I think we'll probably just do bleeding computer as well. Guys, I'm still waiting for you to comment in the comment section if you want to contribute to this as well. So if you think cybersecurity is going to be huge or not, please let me know. I want to hear from you. All right. Let's see. Let's shrink that a little bit so you guys can see my face. Perfect. All right, bleeding computer. That's a little bit too zoomed. 100. Thank you very much. So I have no idea who actually uses Sonic Warfire Wars. Anyways, I'm biased there. Ooh, that is interesting. That's a good read. Global Protect VPN portals probed with 2.3 million scan sessions. Oh boy. Microsoft out-of-band update fixes Windows 11 hot patch. Oh, guys, I have this incredible story that I want to share with you guys. It's not quite a story. I think it's an update. So Microsoft has finally, after years and years of cybersecurity experts and administrators crying for something, for a Windows operating system that is not so bloated, they have officially launched and released Windows 11 Lite. So Windows 11 Lite basically gives you the power to uninstall any application on the operating system. And to make it even better, it is deployed. So it doesn't have all the games and SCSI and all of the nonsense that is actually typically making Windows so heavy and eating up your RAM. So guys, check that out. So if you have not already heard about this, I definitely recommend checking it out, downloading the ISO and playing with it. It is so cool. If I can type. So this is it, guys. Like, it's so cool. It allows you to actually enjoy Windows without the bloat, without all the nonsense. So definitely check this out if you have not already played with it. It is just amazing. It is just amazing. So you can download an ISO file image here so you can play with it. Was that even the light that I just clicked on? I don't think that was a light. I think that's just normal Windows 11 that I've just clicked on. Oh, there's a few videos here that people have made. So this has been a while. Like, guys, I have no idea why I did not know about it. But apparently this was released earlier this year as well. So I think one of those videos has, oh, maybe this is it. No, that's not an official Microsoft site. I do not trust thee. Unfortunately, I do not trust thee. I think this place will probably have like an, shout out to the guy who made this video. I don't want to, start playing his video because he hasn't given me permission to do so. But you should be able to see it here. That's the key. So we don't necessarily need the key. We just want the direct link to download the uncracked version. Yep, that's one here. So yep, this is exactly what we want. So you can download this. Obviously, it's free, but you need to activate it just like any other Windows operating system. So download the ISO file, follow the instruction guide, launch Windows PowerShell if you need help. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. All right, let's see. So this is the vulnerability I kind of wanted to show you guys today. So Grafana warns of max severity admin spoofing vulnerability, released on the 21st at 12:58 p.m. by Bill Tollers. So Grafana Lab is warning of a maximum security vulnerability CVE 2025
1111111111115. It is enterprise product that can be exploited to treat new users as administrators.
Oh boy, what can go wrong, right? Everyone, you get admin privileges. I get admin privileges. Everyone gets admin privileges. The issue is only exploitable when SCIM, which is System for Cross-Domain Identity Management, provisioning is enabled and configured. So is this enabled by default or not? So specifically, both enable SCIM feature flag and user sync enabled options must be set to true to allow a malicious and compromised SCIM client to provision a user with a numeric external ID that maps to an internal account, including administrators. The external ID is an SCIM bookkeeping attribute used by the identity provider to track users. Because Grafana mapped these values directly to its internal user IDs or UID, a numeric external value or ID such as 1 could be interpreted as an existing internal account, enabling impersonation or privilege escalation. So, like, this is basically not a new vulnerability in general. So this is essentially what kind of happens. I've forgotten what the actual vulnerability is called. So where, like, I remember doing this during my OSCP. So, like, if there's an administrative account in a system, in the database, and you want to create a new account, but because SQL or the database server somehow treats spaces as nothing, so you can actually technically have a leading space, create a new user where the username is -admin, space admin, and then put in a password. And because the database query basically ignores every single white space, it automatically creates an account that inherits the permission of the admin account as well. So that's kind of what this is as well, where you kind of create an account. So because Grafana internal ID or internal systems is not often checked when someone is creating an account externally. So therefore, it's not going to say, hey, ID number 1 is already pre-existent or in existence. So it will basically create a new ID. So therefore, you have like a conflict or a collision where there are 2 IDs of 1. And when there are 2 IDs of 1, guess what? The computer doesn't quite understand or have the common sense to know that this should cause red alerts or alarm bells to be ringing. The computer often just gives you the permission of the original user, which is administrative permission, right? So I think this is probably not a new vulnerability, but one that is very problematic for a lot of organizations. And for those who do not know what Grafana is, so Grafana is pretty much a data lake or slash visualization platform. That's probably the best way to describe it from my experience. I've used Grafana quite a lot. So Grafana is a data visualization and monitoring platform used by a broad spectrum of organizations from startups to Fortune 500 companies for tuning metrics, logs, and other operational data into dashboard, alerts, and analytics, right? So that's exactly what I was saying. And in specific cases, this could allow the newly provisioned user to be treated as an existing external account, such as the admin, right? So CV 2025 4111111111111
5.
Grafana Enterprise version between 12.00 to 12.21. Okay, when SCIM is enabled. All right, so interesting. So guys, if you do not have your Grafana Enterprise patched or updated to any version that is above version 2.21, 12.21, definitely go and do that right away so you don't fall prey to this. So just to sort of give you guys a bit of a heads up of what this means. So it means that any user who's not an administrative user that is created on your external portal, Grafana portal, can potentially assume the administrative privileges of an admin in your environment, thereby being able to do some crazy, dodgy things with it. So, and this could potentially lead to things like remote code execution, habitually file upload, you name it. There's a lot of different things that can happen if someone is working as admin, and including data export as well. Because if someone is exporting your logs, and you probably might be like, well, it's log messages in Grafana. What big deal does that have? Well, surprise, surprise. I'm glad you asked, mister, because I've worked in a lot of different organizations where passwords and usernames are being transmitted across the wire in plain text. What can go wrong, right? Guys, you guys know that I would not have seen something like that and keep quiet. So I did my best to call it out. But often there is a lot of constraint in big orgs and enterprise organizations. So yeah, look, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on there, guys. So shout out to Microsoft for releasing the Microsoft Lite, Windows 11 Lite. And shout out to Grafana for obviously patching that vulnerability. And I'm looking at the time. I think we've got a bit more time to sort of play with OSINT. So for those who are obviously watching me and who have never had any experience with OSINT, well, you and I are pretty much in the same boat. So that makes the two of us. So we're going to try to learn a lot about OSINT over the next few minutes. So I've got my notes ready to go. So we're going to take a lot of note. If you have not already gotten your note to go, please go and do so. I use Obsidian free. And what I've been able to do, by the way, I don't want to encourage anyone to use Obsidian software without actually paying for it. So, but Obsidian does an incredible job for the community, and they just have an incredible software that allows you to be able to do things like mapping, note taking, and literally it allows for markdown. So, which means you can literally just take notes that look cool, right? Take notes that I genuinely think looks cool. And I've obviously enabled a few things here for my one. So I'll just create a new folder, guys, called OSINT. So let's call that folder OSINT. And then inside of OSINT, we'll create a new thing called OSINT introduction, OSINT 101. So let's just go through basic OSINT. So definition, guys, remember how I taught you how to take notes? So definition, and then key terms / the rules of engagement, if any. This sometimes doesn't quite align. So let me just leave it that way. And then we have examples / tips and tricks. And then we have sample images. If any, right? So we've got everything we need, guys. So let's start by doing a basic search for what OSINT is. So let's close off all of this here. Let's close up all of that. All right, let's go close. Oh, wait, who's clapping? Oh, wait, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, seriously, guys, you're so kind. Yeah, that was an amazing threat landscape, right? Oh, that is amazing. Well, guys, since you would not clap for me, I'm clapping for myself right there. Well, that took me by surprise. No, I'm just joking. All right, let's find out what is going on in OSINT land. So for those who do not know what OSINT is, it stands for Open Source Intelligence. So 101. What I'm probably adding here is tools. So guys, what I was saying before is I have figured out a way to actually save my note on my my vault, my Obsidian vault on my Google Drive. So basically, if you have not already done that, there's some really good Medium article on how to do that. So it's like one of the things about the community version of Obsidian is that it doesn't let you back up your like your notes. So if anything for some reason happens to your computer, your note is pretty much all gone. But to get around that, you basically just need to download the Google Drive or maybe OneDrive or SharePoint or something like that, and then add that folder where the vault is saved. Add that folder to the OneDrive or the backup folder, and then it'll automatically back up your vault for you. So that way, if for some reason something happens to your computer or your laptop or someone steals it, God forbid, you can still get access to your notes that you've taken years to curate. All right, cool. And you never have to pay for a note again. Oh, sorry, Obsidian. I'm sure people are going to love to donate to you anyways, regardless. Thank you so much for what you do for the community. All right, Sammy, let's focus. So, well, if there's anyone who would know about OSINT, it'll probably be Flashpoint. I will also kind of introduce you guys to OSINT Combined as well. They do an incredible job, but let's start with Flashpoint.io. By the way, Flashpoint is a threat intelligence platform, so that's basically what they do. Just like Recorded Future, open source intelligence or OSINT refers to the process of gathering information from public legal data sources to serve a specific function. Some open source might include social media, blogs, news, and the dark web, right? So the modern security professional's job is becoming more and more complex. It is no surprise considering the influx of unexpected places where threats are beginning to surface. The security strategy must include a diverse means of gathering intelligence to gain the upper hand. This is necessary for both a predictive and reactive approach. Content is being created at an exponential rate. In fact, 90% of the world's data was created in the last 2 years alone. Therefore, the future of security must be intelligence-led, right? So let's see. So open source intelligence or referred to blah, 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 blah. So that's basically what we've got here. Public information. The concept of open source intelligence very basically works like this. So you have public information exists, data is gathered, information is analyzed for intelligence, and then it is disseminated, or how do you say, like, it's distributed. Let's just leave it like that. There's a word that I was looking for there that kind of disappeared on me. All right, so let's say definition. So guys, remember how I thought you had to obviously define things? Is to define it on your own and avoid copying and pasting. So OSINT, which stands for open source intelligence, is the process of gathering publicly available information on public domains, I guess, such as search engines, social media. What else do we have? Blog posts, news, articles, and the dark/closed web forums. A good rule of thumb is that such information should not require an authentication mechanism to collect for it to be considered open source. So the key thing here is that note that open source pretty much does not mean that there are no copyright infringements that can be incurred, I think. And then that's a double R. So, like, one of the things that I also know in open source is that sometimes closed source information can be inadvertently I think I spelled that wrong. Made public without the knowledge of the data owner, which can lead to legal actions. All right, so let's see. Now, I know some pretty cool tools that we can look at, but just taking a look at this. So what is finished intelligence? So technically, the pathway that we just saw now, that intelligence would often flow, would be from here. So I feel like they were missing one thing. So basically, the pathway information flow is this. Equals publicly information exists, and then that leads to data is gathered, and information is analyzed in Australian English and categorized. And then basically decision data or information is distributed. Guys, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I'll just leave it that way. And then we have, like, the last step I'll probably say is once the information is distributed, and then intelligence is actioned. Just call it action on objective. Action is taken based on intelligence. So this is probably what I would classify as the cycle of open source intelligence. Personally, because, like, I feel like the other place is saying that it stops at information analysis, but I feel like the main reason why information is being analyzed in the first place is so that information can be distributed, or what is that word I'm looking for? Is it decimated? No, not decimated. Decimated means to destroy. All right. Well, brain is not braining right now. If someone knows the word I'm looking for, please chuck it in the comment section. All right, so that's basically what open source intelligence would kind of look like, and we've just taken some notes on that. So what is finished intelligence? So there's basically different types of intelligence, I guess. So finished intelligence or cooked data is raw data that has undergone processing to gain context and become actionable, right? So the collection, processing, and analysis of data foundational steps along the threat intelligence cycle. Right. So they're now speaking about what I'm talking about. So data gathered and normalized by discovery tools. So yep, aggregated, filter, indexed, and then data prepared for internal or analysis, right? Okay, cool. So what can OSINT tools do? So where to look for blah, blah, blah. So we've got Google search and whatnot. Proactively identify and mitigate cyber threats using open source intelligence. So these threats include hacking, information leakage, extremists. So open source tools can be valuable for handling internal processes such as brand identity. So again, this is kind of now heading into marketing for this platform. But I think we've kind of gotten a bit of an overview of what we want. There is this open source tool that I wanted to show you guys. And then from there, we're going to sort of take a look at solving an exercise. So this platform is called, Hck4G And this is also obviously something that is managed by Sophia Santos. So shout out to you, Sophia. Great job here. It seems like you're doing an incredible job. So if you don't mind us using your OSINT platform to play a little bit, that would be cool. So basically in here, there's a challenge here. As you guys know, the best way to learn cybersecurity in a lot of cases is to actually, solve an actual physical exercise. I call this problem solving. And for a lot of the cases, it kind of becomes a bit too gamey. And when it becomes too gamey, it loses its impact. But when you're given a problem statement like this here, and then you take that problem statement and you find a solution to it. So that's basically what is called problem solving skills, right? And that's kind of what the CyLynk.com platform is kind of geared around, where there are problem statements for you to solve, but not necessarily too gamified for it to become all about a game without you getting the job ready skills that is required to thrive. So let's take a look at this. So the dubon giraffe seen in the photo below belongs to an endangered species. Individuals such as this one, born in captivity, often participate in conservation programs. This may include transfers to accredited facilities for careful planned breeding efforts aimed at ensuring the survival of this species. Your task is to find the following information regarding the individual seen below. So the location of the giraffe, current residence and date of arrival, a photo in its current habitat, right? So let's see. So this should be an easy OSINT. Now, the best way I'll probably sort of deal with this is do a reverse image lookup. So what I'll probably do is I'll right-click this image and open it in a new tab so I can see just the image. And I'll save the image into here, exercise OSINT 301. So this is typically the best way to sort of solve, well, the way that I know to solve OSINT challenges that has to do with an image. So when we then go to like reverse image lookup, I think there's a free Google reverse image lookup. Hey, not phone. I said image. What are you doing? Yeah, so hang on. Let's see. So let's upload the image we just got and see what we can find about this image, right? So all right, so we can see maybe it might be that one with the dark thing in its face. But let's just keep looking a little bit more. Is that it? So I think that giraffe is probably Titali. Well, let's double check. Well, that face looks a little bit different. So the first question we had was location and date of birth for that giraffe. So the location and date of birth for giraffe Titali is what? So we do have a bit of information. So now we can probably sort of look at that. I'm a little bit skeptical that name might be a bit wrong. So giraffe, date of birth. So I think this is it. Yeah, I think that's the giraffe there. Turns 4 months old on the 20. So this is Maryland Zoo in Baltimore. So this was July the 28th, 2025. So it turned, if it turned 4 months old, so 4 months from that backwards is probably when we're thinking this giraffe was born, right? So we can obviously work out the math, but let me see if I can find the information directly. But we've got some clue here. So the first question we have with this is challenge. All right. Let's just document our work so it just makes life easier. And then let me save this. OSINT challenge. So that's that. So that's the one we've got. And then questions that we need to answer. What's the location of birth? And then current residence and date of arrival. A photo in its current habitat. So we could probably solve all of that problem pretty easily. Well, I don't know, but pretty easily, but we should be able to solve it. Get rid of that and that. So that's one thing we can obviously do there. Another thing we can actually do is to take that photo and figure out when that photo was taken. But I don't think we don't need to do that. I don't think we need any to be able to solve this challenge. So this was in August. So we've got some photos here, so we can technically solve that first problem. Big Devil outdoor caught on video marks an important milestone in her development since her birth in March. So it was born in March. And what was that question? Location and date of birth. So we can probably find the date of birth, the actual date of birth. So the mom's name is Kipepio. That's the mom of the giraffe. Cautious. Do can first stroll outside today, exploring the yard alongside her. Blah 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 blah. So it was born at Maryland Zoo. So that's the answer to the first question. So location and date of birth. So answer born at Maryland Zoo on the. So now we can kind of just go do a quick Google. Giraffe. Hi Tally, I think that was it. Tally. Date of birth. So that is the birthday. I don't want to do the number to work backwards because like it's a guesswork. Oh, there you go. Yep, that's it there. So it was born on the 27th of March. Go away. I don't want to pay. On the 27th of March. Is there any information about when he was born? Like in terms of time? Are you kidding me? Washington Post. Well, I don't want to read you then. 6 months. Oh, it's September. So we've got a photo now. Hang on, just go away. And so in Baltimore is offering guests a chance to meet the new giraffe calf, Tali, and her mother from June 20. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Her age, Tali can be easily started by a new experience. So we've been adjusting her environment every day, getting her used to all the sight, sounds, and whatnot. So in terms of photo, we can technically get this photo in terms of current photo. So if we copy the image link, that can probably solve the last question. So there you go. So current resident and date of arrival. Hang on. It hasn't moved from here though. Unless we are looking at the wrong giraffe. It's very likely that we're looking at the wrong giraffe. Hmm. 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 That looks suspiciously the same. So maybe we've fallen into a rabbit hole a little bit. So um, um That's not what I want. Is it possible that we've got the wrong giraffe? All right, just for the sake of the stream, I am going to take a look at this. See, I think we do have the right giraffe, but just for the sake of it. And that image we got could be any giraffe at all. So let's look at it right up here, just for the sake of it. So I think it might be, that giraffe might be, wait, did I close it? Yeah, I did. Oh, hang on. That's not what I want. More photos of this giraffe. Right, there's some more photos of this endangered. Does this look more like it? So we've got that. There's giraffe everywhere. So Messiah giraffe calf was born on the 27th August 2020. The female was born. 19-year-old mother Jana appears to be strong and energetic. Calf was already fully sounding and nursing shortly after birth. The care team also observed does not have running or some base skills early in the new morning. Calf Columbus Zoo in 2023 after being wild and they tell the zoo where he was born. It's very likely that it's that one. So let's actually just read this and see that I had a challenge walkthrough. So yeah, so we did that. Maybe I did not do my reverse image set properly. Go away. So we've kind of done this already, and it's a bit of a weird one because there are so many giraffes that look like this little giraffe. So about this image. So that image is at least 10 years old. Zubon, right. So we did see that image to start with. Yeah, this one definitely requires a bit of guessing. Exact match, no exact match, product. Yeah, it definitely requires a bit of guessing. And obviously the article is just done here. That's an interesting one. So we could technically answer that question from here then. We were on the right track, but for some reason it didn't quite yield the same result. And there was a few other images out there that were pretty similar to this giraffe images and have similar stories as well. So it's a bit of an interesting one. And yeah, there we go. That's interesting. So guys, one of the things I've kind of obviously learned over the years is that like when you need to, definitely go ahead and use a write-up so you can actually learn something from it. So we can see what is done here. So from my thing that I did wrong, it's not click on about this image because that could have shown us that link when we first searched for it. Yeah, Virginia leggy, article dated. Yep, featured the same giraffe and appears to be its birth announcement. So, yep, leggy girl. So October the 23rd, at Virginia Zoo, promises to be a toggle as her father, Billy, is on his way to being the tallest giraffe in North America, standing at 17 feet and still growing. It's a very long thing. Yep. So that's interesting. Which one is the right answer? Wait a second. Interesting. Interesting. This is one of the cool things I love about OSINT is that it just has a way of sending you through like a wild goose chase of looking for information and trying to find it. All right. Because even looking at that one here, it says that it was born in October, somewhere there. Let me have a look. At the Santa Zoo, were somewhat surprised but suddenly delighted to discover that one of the zoo's new Maasai, Andre, had given birth to a male. So I think that's the wrong one that we've got. Surprise giraffe. So if I go back, (10 years old) image, giraffe. So this seems to be the wrong image as well. So I don't trust this. Go away, go away. That leading to that. All right, guys. All right, let's try that again. So I feel like there's probably a bit of trouble. Now I want to try a link now. What about that? obviously, like a lot of the researches are for the write-up for this. So that's wrong. That's wrong. Like, to the point that even the original article is kind of missing. Visual match. Hmm. Yeah, perhaps this one is not exactly a good one to use for this. Because I think the original photo that was also used as well is a little bit old and not longer here as well. But really good example of how you can potentially sort of use OSINT to find information that's relevant. So yeah, did love it, love looking at it. So a good one, good one. All right, guys, I think that's a pretty good place to sort of call the stream. There's quite a fair bit of content there that we covered. Just to recap, obviously, open source intelligence is it's a fine art of looking for information in the most unlikely places. It basically stands for open source intelligence. It's the process of gathering publicly available information on public domains such as search engines, social media platforms, blog posts, news articles, and the dark web or closed web forums. A good rule of thumb, obviously, is that such information should not require an authentication mechanism to collect for it to be considered open source. The reason I kind of added that in there is that people basically can argue that something is still open source if it's on a website, but as long as that website is obviously a subscription-based website and you have to log in to access it, now we can kind of start to argue the open source nature of it. So when in doubt, just stick to Google and social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and X and LinkedIn for that. So the flow on of information is from information gathering. So basically, like when you have public information exists, so you have to understand the information you want to gather and make sure that it exists. And then you want to gather the information, and then you want to analyze and categorize the information. And then you need to obviously disseminate the information or distribute the information. And then obviously you take action using the intelligence that you've gathered. So yeah, that's some good exercise. By the way, shout out to Sophia Santos. That's a good challenge. I probably wouldn't have picked that one if I had known how annoying it is, because it seems like the image itself is no longer online and you have to sort of look at the challenge. So this one is probably going to be a nice one. So if anyone who's wanting to learn OSINT, this is a good place to start. All right, guys, thank you so much. It's been amazing catching up with you guys and chatting. With that, I am super excited to see where tomorrow sort of leads and what we're going to continue to learn. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to learn with me. I'm going to continue this journey of learning, and I'm so glad that you could be part of it, that you could join me. It's been amazing, guys. We've obviously talked about the CyLynk.com platform. We have officially launched our monthly subscription for $15 a month. You can start learning. And our LMS platform has also been updated as well to look nice and smooshy and posh. So go and check that out. Go to CyLynk.com to take a look. And if you're someone who's out there who's wanting to get ahead in cybersecurity, or you wanted to get in and break into cyber, or you wanted someone who's wanted to get promoted and to stop being the guy who's the doer, reach out to us. Go to CyLynk.com and book a free strategy session today so we can have a chat with you. Thank you so much, guys. Do not forget that you can buy your CompTIA, LPI, and Security Bluetooth certification from the CyLynk.com platform. Go on there, find a certification that you want to do or study next, purchase it, and our team will be more than happy to support you on that journey. Do not forget, guys, every purchasing decision you make on the CyLynk platform goes to also support the mission. to empower young people in underserved communities and untapped regions, and to disrupt cybercrime in some of those regions as well. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It's been amazing. I have loved chatting with you guys. I have loved having fun with you guys. So enjoy the rest of your weekend and your evening, and I'll catch you guys next week, I believe, live and direct here. And we'll continue to do more OSINT challenges as well. So I'm kind of keen to learn OSINT a bit more as well. Because it's such a really good way to sort of learn how to think and how to dig out information that is hidden on the internet.